All right, man. Welcome to Gone Rogue, Jordan Peake.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
Spot on.
Friday night. We were just laughing off camera then about I wind Jordan up every time I tattoo him for having a non, I wouldn't say non-cool car.
Well, not undertaker car. Nothing to do with
but
the job.
I'll probably drop in a graphic here of what he drives or similar one that you drive, and then I'll drop in
bad boy.
that Lincoln Continental is what you should be driving. The Undertaker should be driving that. Suicide Doors, man. That's what
After my next car on the list on the choice, that's the one I'll be having. No, I'm seeing
in real life, like, I think 40 grand, 50 grand.
Never.
Like that. Yeah,
I won't get one of them.
Anyway, mate, it's your present, like.
Top man. Cheers, mate. They don't pay me that well.
You know what? Maybe, mate. Maybe in the future you give me a shout out, like, you know. So yeah, man, we got him on the show. Obviously he's an up and coming fighter. Cage Warriors at the moment. Undefeated record, 6-0.
6-0 at the minute.
Well
Hopefully
done, mate.
7-0.
I couldn't. Yeah. When was
Hopefully.
it? December
8th now. December 8th. 5 weeks tomorrow.
Where's that being held, mate?
That's in the Cardiff Devils Ice Arena. So Cardiff,
cool.
the Ice Arena, Wales. Like so I think
Was
it's
he first time fighting in there?
no second. I fought there in September. I think it's capacity of about 4,500. I think which is
That's
a big.
pretty cool, isn't
It's
it?
a big old arena, like. So
Yeah.
and it's 85% sold. So I heard yesterday, 85% sold out already.
Already?
So, and it's 5 weeks left, so it should be a.
That's no
a
hype
full
either,
house.
like, innit?
No, I know it's good.
No
so
hype.
You're good.
Cool. I'm coming to this one as well. Couldn't go to the last one. I had a
Days.
wedding or something. I was
Was
on
it?
birthday, Saturday night. I was like, you bastard. Like, you know
Couldn't
what I mean?
get away.
Love my wife, man. No, I'm really joking. No, I do, like. She'll be watching this going, what? Did you mean that? Did you mean that? Did you not mean that?
Tells me different.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, basically, we get him in to shed his light, basically, on the MMA world. I'm a big fan of MMA. Have been for years, over boxing as well, you know.
Yeah.
It's always been about that. And, you know, primarily, you're like a grappler, you know, a submission specialist, you know, you do it all, but like your past couple of wins have been by...
Yeah, submission, yeah.
You know?
It's mad because I started off, well, I didn't start off, like, I always been into boxing because my old man boxed for years and years and he never wanted me to fight. And then I wanted to fight when I was a kid, but he said, no, wait till you're 14, then 14 come, wait till you're 16, and it went on and on. It was just, in the end, I done a bit of training, never fought, got a buddy up the road, Conor Geffen, who I did a bit of training with, and actually Lyndon from Pontypool, and I enjoyed it, it was awesome, but I'd started a little club as well, in Coediva, I was down there, and I got a bit bored of that.
Yeah.
But afterwards, the old boxing scenario just got a bit boring for me.
Needed
like,
more from it, like, you know.
So then was in school, and one of the girls, you know, Beth, a good friend of mine, she said to me when we was having a conversation, and she said, oh, my dad's a grappling coach, jiu-jitsu coach. So she said, drop me a message. I messaged him, and that's how we got about then. Just went up
No
then.
way. Imagine you didn't make that. Imagine you didn't have that connection. Like, you know, what would you be doing now? Like
rugby, I expect.
Yeah,
I was playing rugby quite
physical contact.
Yeah,
like,
well,
you know?
yeah, I think so, because I was playing rugby at quite a good level anyway. So, well, it was like district level and Dragons development and what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, from there I went on to met an old man, like, and we just stuck like that.
Yeah, he's still your coach, like, is that
Still my
there?
coach, yeah. He's at Blenavon. He owns Blenavon Gym, and obviously we've got Shaky then as well, who owns Today Combat. But we've both, the two clubs have joined as one now, so it's
cool.
like one big affiliation.
How many people in that gym, like?
With the both of them, I don't know. Blenavon there's probably about 25, 30 in Blenavon, but then over Shaky's and Tulare, there's got well over 100 students.
Is it?
Yeah. So some days we have, like on jiu-jitsu, like some days there's 60, 70 boys training all one night. Like.
Jesus, so it's really happening then in Wales.
It's massive. I think the MMA scene at the minute in Wales is the biggest. It's the biggest about. You know what I mean? Back in the day well, not back in the day. A couple of years ago, it was Ireland with McGregor. Ireland
Yeah. I was everywhere, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Everywhere, like.
But I think Wales is taking over. I think now, to be honest.
Yeah, you said earlier, you know, Marshman fighting tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, you got a massive fight tomorrow in MSG. All the best to Marshman if you watch this now.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, if you're watching this, mate. Like, I know a few people that know him actually.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Jack off it.
Everyone speaks really highly
Yeah,
of him.
he's tidy and he's a banger as well. You wouldn't want to.
I know, innit? He's a big lad, isn't he? Like, you know, he's been unlucky, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has to be.
To be fair,
that's the one thing as well. We got to cut them to be fair.
To be fair,
I've been having a shell.
I read two.
So there's a few
I
pauses.
nicked it off watching the interviews. Like, to be fair,
if there's a few pauses, then
yeah,
that's the reason.
They'd be like, "Why are they pausing for?" There's an in joke there, isn't it? All right, man. So, have you noticed any like changes in styles due to outside influences in MMA? So, you know, if someone big comes along, who fights a certain way, do the next generation of kids come through and go, I want to be like, or I want to fight like, or I want to tap him out like?
Yeah, well, there's always styles and new styles come along all the time. We always, like Carl, my coach, he always says every like, I don't know, 7 to 10 years, he says the game evolves and there's always a new style that comes out that's more dominant. Where a couple of years ago, McGregor come to the scene, didn't he? And then everybody was all about the wide stance.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted to be like him then, and all of a sudden you've seen loads of like local fighters, regional fighters copying that style.
Yeah.
But now you've seen McGregor start to lose a few, and Khabib styles coming in. Now the wrestling, I can guarantee you that's going to be
now
the style.
Askren's there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Ben Askren's there now as well, so there's going to be a few style changes, I think.
I bet.
But it is, you have got the more dominant arts. Do you know what I mean? Like Khabib's, I would say one of Khabib's ways of fighting, that's probably always and always will be.
It'll always be there, won't it?
That'll always be the most dominant, I think.
Yeah, it should be as well. Because if you can't grapple, man, isn't it?
It's
You're
a
an easy
massive
target
part of
there
it,
as well, isn't it? You know, I know,
and it's not just jiu-jitsu either, it's the wrestling as well. Like
wrestling,
wrestling is probably the most dominant. Do you know what I mean? Jiu-jitsu comes after that, I'd say, but
yeah, because you can still win and not submit anyone.
Oh yeah, of course you can. If you get a good wrestler,
and
they just grind you and they'll win on points.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, like Brock Lesnar made a career of that, wasn't he?
Of course he did,
on his feet, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But get you down and wear you out.
Yeah, and they all say about Brock Lesnar. Do you know what's his name? WWE. Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
If he ever got into MMA, they reckon that he would be like a world star.
Well, he was in that Warrior, wasn't he? The film Warrior,
that's it. Yeah, they always.
Was he actually Olympic wrestler?
Yeah, he was. He was Olympic wrestler. I think he was. I'm 90% sure he was. But you had top MMA wrestlers who was back in the day were the best wrestlers then. They said like, who was it? Was it Randy Couture? I think it was Randy Couture back in the day. He said that when he was the most dominant art of wrestling in UFC, and then when he used to train with Kurt Angle, he used to be like,
tear him apart,
just tear him apart. Yeah, how much level difference.
So like, obviously talking of MMA, you know, the trash talking, you know, the hype thing, the selling the fights, you know, what's your personal take on that? You know, is it a positive thing? Is it a necessary evil? Where it's going that you need to, especially if like the champion's got pay-per-view interest.
Yeah.
Is he gonna, you know,
I think it's horses,
isn't it, you know?
It's horses for courses, I think, and it depends what you're like as an individual. Do you know what I mean? If you can do it and you're good at doing it, then it's good because it gets the views and people sells a fight. True. And people tune in to watch it. But the people who do it just because they've seen these boys that
cringe,
do it, and you
man.
think,
cringe. Kobe Covington's a little bit,
he's like a bit too much. Like, you know, some things he does is pretty good, but you've got the naturals like Chael. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. Yeah, no matter what, even when he's commentating, you chuckled. You know what I mean?
I know. Did you watch his last fight? There was controversy on it that they reckon was a shady fight. Like. Yeah.
I seen that rolling back take or whatever he done. I know he messed it up, but
I know
it looked a bit.
I didn't know enough there really. That's why I come and ask you like.
Yeah.
So, obviously I'm a tattooist, you know, I own my own tattoo shop. Obviously Joe's been getting tattooed by me. There seem to be a lot
of the best about.
Yeah, cheers, mate. That tenner was well spent. Yeah, cheers. But obviously, you know, in the fight game, there's a lot of bravado. There's a lot of people, kind of like the war paint thing. You know, like the film Braveheart. You know, they got the blue paint on. It's like fucking have it being scary. You know, do you think there's like a touch of that in the tattoo fighters that are heavily tattooed? Like,
I don't mean. I think I don't know. Like again, it's personalities. I think people, if they're into the tattoos, they like the tattoos. Some people like the feel, like the feeling. Myself personally, I don't like the pain. I like the look of them, but I don't like the pain.
Serial killers, they are. Yeah, in the making, like, you know.
And in all fairness, to sit there and like Garbrandt, look at his full body.
Yeah, Cody Garbrandt, he's got massive load of tattoos.
Yeah, you must have some sort of pain tolerance to be able to.
He's got a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of old stuff, so he's got the cover-ups of the old stuff, you know. So that's why he looks like he's got a lot more than he has. He's got a load of stuff
some
covered.
quite random as well, and lots of random
total random, yeah. But I just watch it every once in a while, you know, because obviously the wrestling side as well. You've got like, you know, that Roman Reigns. He's got a load of tattoos, you know. It made me wonder, like, especially with how other fighters might look at him. You know, do you look at them and go, fucking hell, I bet that hurt?
Yeah,
you know?
I do think that definitely doesn't. For like fight scenarios, doesn't. If I see a person coming in tattoos, it doesn't. No. For the look, it doesn't really bother me. But you think, oh, that must. Some places
it doesn't make him a better fighter.
No, of course. But you see him think, oh, that must do it. He must be able to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, must have a tolerance.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. Especially some of them tattoos they have. Some places.
Well, weirdly, right? So say someone had like a load of tattoos up around there. Would you go, maybe I'll try an armbar or something, because he can fucking take some pain up on the
Well,
neck. Would he be able to take a bit of a
I don't know
choke
really,
like? Yeah, look, see, have a look, mate. Have a look at it.
I never thought of that, to be honest.
Well, shit, mate.
That's the last boy I fought. Well, Joe Draper, he had a good few tattoos. He was covered in them, and he was a tough boy. In all fairness, he was a lot tougher than I.
Yeah, didn't save him, Obo, did it?
What's that?
Didn't save him, did it?
No, I didn't. He was good, to be honest. He nullified my game completely, because he was spoiling everything. I thought I'd wrestle him, but then he come against the cage and he just like crushed me. Really, he was so strong. Even though he was skinny, he was taller than me, but he was skinny. But he was just real strong.
That's gotta be weird, isn't it? Because obviously, if you look at someone, you think, based on how the people you train with, you know, your past fights, you would then go, oh yeah, I should be able to deal with that. And then when it doesn't, there's how you think it is versus how it actually is. And that adjustment, is that like a
bit of a shock system, the system. Like, I at the weigh-ins, I knew he was going to be taller than me, but on photos I was looking at him thinking, is he that tall? And at the weigh-ins, he was about an inch and a half taller than me. He was a little bit taller than me, 2 inches maybe. But then he had like skinny little arms. He was rangy. He was small, long. He was long. But I thought, he's not going to be very strong, sort of thing. But first round we got in, and we clinched up, and he drove a knee into my body the first knee of the fight.
Yeah.
And when he had hold me like a tie clinch, I was like, Jesus Christ, he is real strong. Like,
because that can work in reverse as well. If you expect someone to be super strong, you're gonna like affect the way you come in.
Well, of course, it'll affect you. If you're expecting someone to be strong, your approach to your game will be different, won't it?
So maybe find out early on how it's going and just coordinate to every fight. That's the great thing about it, isn't it? You can get it with so many different things. Well, your brain must be fucking going so fast.
There's so many ways to lose in this. It's mental, but
there's so many different ways. And like you said, the styles change, and then you've got to change your
that's it. Fighting, you've got to move on with the times, and there's no point being stuck in.
Gotta be, mate.
Stuck in one thing like that.
So like, it's a lot of hard work, man. How long is your camp, like on average?
My last camp was we did a 10-week camp for the last week for September. That was the longest one I'd done. I usually do about an 8-week camp sort of thing. They are intense. Like on a Monday night, we do our sparring over to Leary with the boys, and it's just so. You could sell tickets for the sparring on the Monday.
I heard that it gets not up at that gym, right? But in general,
and we got the boys, like the best boys in the country. I mean, we got Jack now who's fighting for the world title. Who I think at the minute, I don't think anybody will beat them. I think you'll walk for everybody. Yeah, on the domestic scene, you'll be in UFC straight away. Like, you'll probably walk for the majority of them. Yeah. You got Josh Reed as well, who's another local boy. Yeah,
a lot of people talk about him as well.
Josh is a good boy. There's Chris Edwards. So Tucker then, one of the amateurs as well. He's another machine. Yeah,
cool. It is the up and up then, but it is the place to be.
It is. And we have, like I said, it's not just the best gym in Wales. I think at the minute, I think it is the best gym in the country, like the best.
Oh, go on.
So it's good.
Go on, the boys, like, innit?
That's it.
Fair play, like. So, like, like you said, it's hard when you get up in the morning. Or like, what drives you to keep going? I mean, obviously, you do your other job at the moment as well. So like, it's not that keeps you going. So it's.
I know, it's just the love for the sport, really. It's just. Yeah. I love it. I literally love it. Jimmy's all I think about. Does my missus' head in? Sorry, Ash, but she hates it. We'll get home now. I'll be on.
I just watching videos, watching clips. Like, do you try to say, look what he's done there? Look what he's done
I try to show her all the time. I try to show her some bits and bobs in the house, and she knows now for an arm bar, thumb up to, if we're going to arm bar, somebody make sure the thumbs up. So when we play fighting, she's like, thumb up. I was
going to say, do you try any moves out on her then? Like,
she does let me now and again, but she's just too dirty, and she ended up hurting herself, and then I get the blame for it then.
Do you know what I mean? I like it.
But then when she's hurting your mind, it's all alright. You should be able to take that. You should be able to take that.
Innit? Jesus. So so obviously, your next fight is in December. Have you done anything different for this camp than from last camp, or do you customize your training for each fight?
Yeah, we do have a bit of a. It's stupid, really. People say, I don't look at my fighters. I haven't got a game plan. That's sort of the mentality. It's stupid, isn't it? You should do, of course, because every fight is different, and because it's such a quick turnaround. I basically rolled from one fight on the 29th of September. I had a week on holiday with the missus, and then I've gone straight into another fight camp then, straight away. So you haven't really lost your fitness, but you adapt your training for the next opponent, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you should.
Like my last, it's two opposite ends of the scale. And then my last opponent was a stand-up fight. He was a good boxer, and then this boy I'm fighting now, he's a good wrestler by all of accounts. So it's two opposite ends. Like,
that's got to be tough, man.
We have changed our training and changed our game plan up a bit, but pretty confident.
So, like, I just thought of something then. Thought of an awesome question, surprise question, right? If you were to fight anyone from from all time, like, you know, I think it's a question on Fight Club, isn't it? If you
From
could
all
fight
time.
any celebrity
Any fighter.
any fighter, any celeb, anyone throughout the years, you think I'd like to fight him, like, who would it be?
I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't
I
it?
say, would you want to fight your
What,
hero?
the easiest fight? Or
Yeah, anyone.
the
innit?
easiest fight.
Anyone.
You probably think
Mark Davis. Sorry,
Wow.
Mark.
the easiest fight to pay the most money. That's what you want to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but just from a
But
personal thing, have you ever gone, I'd like to fight him? I wonder how good he was.
Yeah.
Could I stand up, like, sort of, you know, like the whole Bruce Lee, people go, how good was he? Like,
Yeah,
you know, could I
that's a
have
good
stood
one.
up
Bruce Lee
against
probably
him,
be
like,
with
you know,
Bruce Lee. Yeah,
and that 1-inch punch, like, you know.
yeah. I like to. That's a good one. Probably Bruce Lee, to be
Bruce
honest.
Lee,
'Cause,
see,
yeah,
I
he is
let him
legendary,
to Bruce then, you know.
and you see some of the clips of them, and you think, are they actually real?
Was
Do
he
you know?
that good? Or was
Yeah.
it just from a time kind of thing, you know? Was there no one around that was as good?
I think he was just so much more advanced than anybody back in the time, and
Yeah.
he knew stuff that we do today back then. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he was years and years advanced
Yeah.
than everybody else. That's why he was such a, and obviously he was an awesome athlete as well. We need to shape him.
Yeah.
He was a super athlete himself. Like, but
Yeah.
yeah, probably Bruce Lee.
Bruce
that
Lee
would be a
called
good
him out,
shout,
like,
I would.
George called out Bruce Lee on the
Not-
internet.
Well, I hope you don't hear it. Like,
Yeah, he's not dead. He's somewhere, like, he didn't have a brain
know.
aneurysm. He's somewhere else, like.
but,
Yeah, man. So, like, you know, if you want to have a shout out to anyone that you want to thank along the way, obviously, the thing is with you fighters, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that
yeah, that's it.
that don't get a mention.
They don't get the
they
recognition.
know the score,
Yeah.
like, but you know, if you want to have a
There's loads. It's hard to mention everybody. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got all the boys up Glenavon, Jim, that help you
I
train
know.
out.
there'll be someone watching this and they'll be like, George didn't mention me.
You'll be
Like.
mentioning me, I know. But now you've got out Sam Morgan's one of the coaches up Glenavon. Lee Parker as well. He's the other main coach up there. Big shout out to them because they work in bit, like you said, behind the scenes all the time with me.
Yeah.
Carl Parker, big shout out to him. He's my main coach. And then you got our head coach Richard Shaw, who's like, he's the big dad. He sorts it all out for us. He's a big shout out to him as well. Yeah, all my training partners on Monday that help me spar. I mean,
Yeah, that's gonna be tough for them. So when, like, have you been a training partner for other people?
yeah,
that
yeah.
have been up and coming?
If I haven't got a fight now, but we go on weight really, because if we're
Yeah.
roughly the same weight, then
Yeah.
we'll just fill in. If a couple of boys are short, one of us will jump at the back and do a bit of sparring with him.
Yeah,
So
see, that's a bit you don't see, you know. And as the more information's coming out about MMA and stuff, you kind of learn that, and
Yeah.
you know, and you think, oh, no, I didn't know that. And of course, like, you know, like the Bellator fighters go over to UFC and vice versa, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, we got a lot of boys like Grant Elliott, one of my mates. He's a good mate of mine, Grant, and he's fought a few amateur MMA, like, and he don't fight at the minute. Well, he does, but he's not on the edge of it. He just stuck to his jiu-jitsu and he's doing really well at that. In all fairness, like, and you don't see it out the back. He's always out the back filling in with Marshman. If somebody's not there, he's sparring all the time with him, and
Fair play.
and with Tucker, he's jumping in with him all the time. Like, to me, Grant's always helping the boys out, even though he's not fighting. He didn't want to fight. He just wants to help the boys.
That's love of it, like that.
Yeah,
isn't
and he's there 4 or 5 times a week, and he's fair play to
it?
him.
Say 4 or 5 times a night, didn't it? Go
Yeah,
on.
4 or 5 times
He's
a
a
week. he's
machine,
there. And it's hard work, mind you.
Well, like you said, innit? You know, it's tough on
Yeah.
sparring, like.
Even for the boys who are fit, they're blowing. So like,
Yeah.
for likes of
You
Grant,
need to
who's
get
just
it though, you know. Your body needs to get to a place
Yeah,
where
of course you do.
you can dig deep in it, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you take them to deep water, innit? They say,
Yeah.
like, you know. So
And I think the fitter you are, the more conditioned your body is. You can absorb the shots better as well. And you
Yeah.
can take shots better as well. So
well, your adrenaline the spike as well, innit? If you take
Yeah.
a big shot and you panic.
well, that's it. If you're
breathing
not used to
guys,
taking
yeah.
them, like you said, you panic, then
Yeah. Loads of people do it, like, don't they?
But yeah, no, it's good. All my sponsors as well. I like to go shout out to them before I end up forgetting them.
Yeah.
I remember them all now. I've got a few of them. Power Nutrition, Liam Hopkins at Power Nutrition. I'd like to shout thanks to him. Paul Skull at Motorzone. Danny Evans and Robbie Evans. Danny Evans at Easy Post. Robbie Evans at Bridge Time. Dale Lewins at Toolbox. Fast Fit Tires. Lawsy. Big shout out to Daniel Laws. Mario Natal.
That's it.
That's Maz. He's one of Rob's locals. Shout out to him. And Dave Hall as well, my cousin. He sponsors me as well. Where else? Robbie Good as well. Good's Fitness. He helps me out as well.
Oh,
in the gym,
yeah.
So Danny Oasis, he helps me out. So yeah, big shout out to all them. Thanks for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because
Means a
without
lot.
them, like, you know,
Like without the sponsorship,
it'd be tough. Like,
yeah,
wouldn't it,
especially next year now as a amateur, it's not too bad because that helps with like my kit and this that, and the other. But was at pro now, you got a thing called like MMA safe registered. You've got to be safe registered and what have you.
Yeah.
And so you've got to have like scans. You've got to have your brain scans and all.
Oh,
and you've got to
shit,
pay for
yeah.
it yourself, sort of thing.
No way.
So the upfront cost, I think, is like 500 quid, but then it's like 120 quid every time.
Yeah, yeah.
So the sponsorship next year, when I go pro, that'll all go towards that.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing.
So like, is that the end game? Like, is it onto like Bellator, UFC, the bigger promotion? Is it?
Hopefully,
or are you
yeah.
Staying, you know, obviously you don't know at the moment, do you? But like, that's the dream. Like,
that's the dream. Yeah, it's every kid's dream is to get that top level. Do you mean UFC?
Yeah.
But Cage Warriors, I think besides UFC, I think Cage Warriors are in Europe anyway. They're by far the biggest.
It's big, isn't it?
And I think they're the best feeder promotion as well for UFC. Do you know what I mean? You got more fighters coming from Cage Warriors than I think any other promotion. So
and that's it. And as long as it keeps bringing, you know, people, you know, like yourselves coming through and all, it keeps it fresh, keeps it competitive. Because if everyone just gets plucked early to the UFC, there's going to be a middle ground of like calm waters there, and you need that choppy waters of, you know, shark infested waters to build your game, I guess. Like, you know, so.
But no, yeah, I think Cage Warriors is the best scene about besides UFC.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's the one I watch as well. Like,
but that's what I'll be on next year. This will be my last amateur fight now.
Yeah.
And if I win this amateur fight, I think because it's the Grand Prix, European Grand Prix for the final. If I win that, Cage Warriors will give me a multi-fight contract then. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Nice. Forward for yourself. Obviously, there's a lot more people that probably didn't get a shout out back in the background. Is there anyone else you can think of? Yeah,
I did forget one. Josh. He's Josh Jones, my buddy. He's new onto the scene. We haven't been working with him long, but he's going to be my strength conditioning coach. He does know his stuff. He's really good. Like, so I'm gonna be doing a bit twice a week with Josh, like in the mornings, and he goes out of his way. Don't charge me, like, so. Big shout out to Josh Jones, JJ's Fitness for helping me out that way. So.
Yeah. You do need your people around you, man. You know, and they know that as well. You know.
Oh yeah, you gotta be thankful for everyone to give their time up and their time and money, because it does cost them money as well, because they could be earning a few quid. In their time, like. So shout out to them. Yeah. Cool. But, yeah. Nice one, mate. Friday night. Thank you, George. That's it. No problem. For coming on. Cheers for having me on. Spot on. Thank you, brother. Enjoyed that, mate. Peace.